Today we're going to be talking about the Thane of Shadows, a warrior who fights in the darkness of Boethia. So without further ado, let's jump into the backstory. Our journey begins with a young wolf by the name of Agmir Stormbringer. Growing up in the ashlands of Morrowind, he mostly lived a simple life, growing ash yams and other farm goods. Agmir felt as though no one ever took him seriously. He was always brushed off by his family and the townsfolk, even when it was regarding important matters. He has the strength of a cave bear, but his voice just never seemed to catch anyone's ear. His only dream in life was to be heard. Eventually, he had grown tired of being a simple farmer. He had thought the best place to learn about speech would be the Bard's College, so he set off to Skyrim. Crossing into Cyrodiil, he stopped at an inn to rest for the night. In the middle of the night, he woke up to the sound of a whispering voice. He looked around, and there was no one else there. The voice told him that it would listen to him if he was able to do its bidding. Agmir asked the voice what it wanted of him. The voice told him to go to the shrine that was in the woods near the tavern, and place a Daedra heart on the altar. Agmir immediately threw on his tunic and ran out of the tavern to the local alchemist shop. It was the middle of the night, but the alchemist lived in the upstairs room of the shop. He caught the alchemist's attention and paid extra for the heart and set off to the woods. He couldn't believe someone was actually willing to listen to him. He arrived at an old stone statue and placed the heart on the altar. The voice spoke to him, simply saying, "Well done, mortal." He asked the voice its name. The voice revealed itself to be Boethia. Agmir was not well educated. He did not know that Boethia was a Daedric prince. It did not matter to him. He was just happy someone was willing to listen to him. He talked and talked to the voice until eventually the sun started to rise. The voice told him to continue his journey to Skyrim, and once the time was right, she would call on him again. After dealing with the border crisis and escaping Helgen, he was at a loss for what to do. He didn't care about the dragons. He didn't care about anything. He just wanted to hear the voice again. Sometimes on the road, he would ask it if it was still there, and mutter to himself. As time went on, he would deal with the dragon problem and other issues Skyrim had. But eventually one day, he came across a cultist. After the battle, he searched the cultist and found a book about Boethia. He thought this could be a sign, talk to her once more. So he traveled to the shrine of Boethia and was met by a group of cultists. He had thought they were defiling her, so he murdered all of them. She spoke to him and told him to gain the trust of another soul and sacrifice them on her altar. He didn't want to murder an innocent person, but he would do as she asked. He remembered that one lady from the companions who always questioned his authority, so he gained her trust and stabbed her in the back. The Thane of Shadows is a dark warrior. He fights with fury while surrounding himself in the shadow of Boethia. For his armor, he wears Boethia's ebony mail, paired with a set of ebony plate boots and a pair of ebony gauntlets enchanted with Fortify two-handed. For his headpiece, he wears the jagged crown. The only weapon he uses is the great sword variant of Shadowrend. For his shouts, he will use the following: Dragon Rend, Elemental Fury, Unrelenting Force, and Whirlwind Sprint. For this character, you will want to master the following skills: two-handed, heavy armor, and enchanting. I've always wanted to make a video with you, Ebony Mail. I've just had a hard time finding a character to match, and I really think this one paid off. And I think the story just ties in perfectly with the mail. And be sure and let me know what you guys think and what kind of builds I should do next. And as always, I will see all of you, knights and squires, wizards and spell swords, in the next one. Later.